The last year has been one of the most craziest years of my life. I broke up with my ex of about 8 years. I had to say goodbye to my cat. I had to move apartment multiple times. I've had to stress and figure out how to manage money, how to scrape by. And it's basically just taken up all my focus to the point where, yeah, these days I feel like I wake up, I just do until I go to sleep. The point is basically just to spend some time with myself, with my own thoughts, not to externalize my attention, but just to sit with what's going on within. We're camping. Look at this. So, I run through my little kit. I gotta sleep comfortably on a sleeping bag. Will I put it on the ground? No. Hammock. How do we hang it? Strings. What if it rains? Jacket. Will my white fair skin handle the sun? No worries, sunscreen. What about all those mosquitoes and insect repellent? We're prepared. Last but not least, I got a notebook. Do I have my phone? No. Why? Because this is being alone with your thoughts in nature. Okay, so where are we going to? Plan is to go straight to a little place called Figaro. Here's the crux. I'm looking currently at Google Maps, but we're not gonna have any phone, no external stimuli, just those thoughts. So, old trusty pen and paper. I will now just write this little route down, and tomorrow, in the bag. Next up, Vic, then the train. We made it. Figaro, about to head towards the woods, but coming fully prepared. Where's the sport in that? So I'm gonna show you a little situation. I can fit 1.5 liters of water here, but look at this. I bought a life straw. So plan is we will find a water source to set up camp, use the live straw. Maybe I can get a little partnership, or if I get a crazy parasite, I'm gonna sue you, live straw, and get millions. We're gonna do amazing. See all these hills? That's where we're heading. So let's get it. This plan with just 1.5 liters of water. It's looking slightly dicey. If I look down here, there's water, but that used to be a big river, I can tell, and it's been very hot. This forest area is at level 3 for forest fires. Well, we made it. I do not have a sense of time because I'm without phone and without watch. You see there's a tiny trail here, river continues, and this trail kind of stops. So we're gonna hit it. Any sensible trail kind of ending. Do that make me stop? No. Look what I just came across. Look at these giant mushrooms having released their spores, all white. Damn nature, you beautiful. You know what, guys? I think I found my spot. I will do that a little bit bigger tree and this one, and that will for sure work. Don't get plastic carbine hooks. It was nice to meditate, even though it was just for a little bit. It's not something I'm used to, sitting down like this and really meditating in a traditional sense. My body wants to move, my mind wanders, and I pay attention to where my mind wanders too. And one thing that keeps coming back to is feelings of guilt. I had now, the last 2 years, 2 instances where I felt like I was not the man that I want to be. In an emotional sense, I was not there for my brother who struggles with Asperger's. And as I realized this, it basically broke me. I could not stand myself, could not accept that I hadn't been better and more there for him than I had been. Something that I still to this day struggle to accept. And also, as I left my ex-house, we had 2 cats. One of those cats came with a lot of issues. She had been traumatized in her previous home and she was afraid of hands. I couldn't touch her for 3 months. And over the span of like a year and a half, I practiced being able to carry her, to be able to really touch her, and we grew a strong bond and she became my cat. My little princessa. But she had issues. She would pee and poo inside the apartment, and we, even before I left, had tried everything. Pee analytics, blood analytics, x-rays to try to find out, without being able to have any luck. And as I left the apartment, I guess it broke my cat too. And she just started destroying the apartment of my ex. Peeing, pooing everywhere, and that's unsustainable. My ex could not have her. And we tried with everything. Going to the veterinarian again, going to the rescue center where we got her, asking for any form of guidance, anything we could do. Couldn't get any help, and I ended up moving into rooms where I'm living with other people and I cannot have a cat, and in the end we had to drop her off at a shelter. If you ever been at a shelter, you know that that's not a nice place. And my mind many times just come back to wondering how it is there and how not nice it must be there. And that I feel like I was not in a well-off enough position to be able to take care of her, and I therefore failed her. I was not able to move into my own place where I could have had her and taken care of her. and she therefore ended up where she did. And it's the same with my brother. I was not emotionally mature and aware enough to realize what was needed and what I should have been doing, and I therefore emotionally failed him. And with these two instances, that creates the stick that I'm running from. I'm running from being a man who is not emotionally developed and present enough to take care and be there for the people around him. And I'm running away from being a man who doesn't have the means to take care of the people that he loves and the animals that he loves. And it also creates what I'm running towards. I'm running towards emotional awareness, being better, and being able to be there for people around me and not fail anyone like I failed my brother. And I'm running towards the economical means to be able to always take care of the people that I love and therefore never fail anyone like I failed my cat. And a system like this of a stick and a carrot, it builds a system of motivation, and I am now so driven to be better than I have been, to be more in touch with myself, to work on both my emotional side and to work on my career and the things I found important, to partly never then do what I have done, and in the future to do way better. And that's a big motivator. Went back and I looked at the footage of where I talked about my shortcomings and my motivation, and it actually got me emotional because I would normally focus on my shortcomings, have that make me upset, make me look down upon myself as a person, but seeing that footage I saw a man who is trying, a man who is committed to being on what he believes is the right path, and if I saw that in any of my friends I would be proud. And I felt proud of myself. I've taken now some time to reflect on what's been going through my mind, the stick, the guilt I've been feeling. How do I manage that? How do I maneuver this moving forward? And the only thing that I can control is where I put my attention. I can't control the stick being there, and it's important for it to be there so I realize what I'm trying to do in the direction that I'm moving in. But besides that, the stick can be damaging if you focus on it. Guilt eats you, and everybody makes mistakes. And I wouldn't fault anyone for making a mistake and then trying to improve and realizing what they did wrong. And that's the position that I'm in. So moving forward, I will therefore then use the power of my attention to be focusing on the carrot where I'm going. Also just on the present moment, realizing that I'm okay. And I hope everybody else does the same. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall down. The most important thing is to realize and just to keep going. Keep trying to improve and be a good person to yourself and good person to those around. My hammock ripped. Fatality. That's absolutely brutal. I don't have a place to sleep.